Carl here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. So, when I decided to do these jokey alternative reviews, the festive B-movie / festive rom-coms alternative horror, I had hoped I would find myself surprised and find quality movies amongst them. A very nutty Christmas the previous week, the first video, it was fun enough to enjoy, and it kind of set the bar at a high level. This movie, Christmas List, saw that bar and stumbled like a drunken Santa into it before pissing all over it. There is no nice way to say this. I hated this movie. It's insultingly done with a horrible story, horrible characters, and horrible acting. Directed by Paul A. Kaufman, the story was written by Ella Fairley, but based on the novel The Christmas Bucket List by Dwayne Poole. Never read it. And if it shares anything in common with this movie, I certainly never will. This film stars Alicia Witt, Gabriel Hogan, and Peter Benson. Witt plays Isabel Gray as we're introduced to her at a young age dreaming of a storybook Christmas, something she's not been able to have as her mother likes to keep their home in immaculate and pristine condition. In fact, we actually see her mother may suffer from OCD as she rearranges some magazines so they're perfectly lined up. Now, you might be thinking, like I was, that this is going to matter, the OCD aspect, that the film might deal with a disease that probably doesn't get enough attention, but you'd be a fool. Just like I was. This film has no interest in dealing with anything deep or meaningful. Anyway, Isabel grows up to be a successful woman working at an up-and-coming fashion design company. She is dating the head of the company, Brett Bishop, played by Benson, but as she explains to her mother, she's not sure about the relationship. She implies it's just a casual thing, but then reveals they're planning to spend Christmas together in a snowy small town in the northwest of America. How is that a casual relationship? Thankfully later, her mother, played by Wanda Cannon, does take a dig at her for this attitude, pointing out that people in a casual relationship go for lunch, not for a week away over the Christmas period. Isabel needs calling out too, as she comes across like a spoilt brat and a blithering idiot. I became convinced that her casual attitude to her relationship with Brett is so she can justify her shitty behaviour in this movie. He seems into her. He isn't wholly comfortable with the plan of going away over Christmas, as it's not really his thing, but he has been led to believe that it's not her thing either. Regardless, he is supportive of the idea and happy to come along, even though he is forced to arrive later as a big company opportunity comes up. Now again, you might think this is designed to show that he's not that committed to the relationship, but the film doesn't show this. He's insistent that he will get this done and be right down. She is happy for him to go as it's a huge opportunity for this up-and-coming company. You know, the company that she works for?
Nothing a little Christmas can't fix.
Deck the hall with boughs of holly.
It all seems fine. She's going to go there early and he'll arrive later. It's very, very simple stuff. Or it would be until her mother brings her a box filled with childhood memories of Christmas items, which include a bucket list of Christmas stuff she wanted to do when she was younger. Things like sledding, building a gingerbread house, getting a real Christmas tree, and so on. The only mysterious one on her list is the final one, which simply reads, "My secret Christmas wish." So off she goes and arrives at the most snowy, quaint place in the world that she immediately falls in love with. Cue Christmas hijinks as she seems to regress in age and becomes so distractingly annoying you'll grow to hate her. No one would act the way she does, and the implication that it's because of a bad childhood doesn't fly, as we didn't see that. And her mother is very supportive, especially as this movie goes on. Of course, this is a rom-com, so we need a dude. And along comes local man Jamie, played by Gabriel Hogan. He's handsome, rugged, works hard, helps his mother at a toy store, and does charity work. The dude is so perfect you might start to believe that Isabel hit her head hard and is actually imagining him.
Want a hand? I got a lot of room in the back.
Oh, if I need a ride, I'll call a taxi. Bye.
Right.
Do they hit it off and fall in love? Of course not. She is annoyed by him and he is confused by her weird antics. But across the movie, they will get into numerous hijinks situations resulting in them falling in love. But what about Brett, I hear you ask? Well, Isabel is still planning for him to arrive while Jamie pretends the dude doesn't exist, following her around like a lovesick puppy hoping to win her over. He is pathetic and so unlikable because he knows she has a boyfriend and still does everything he can to get with Isabel, including kissing her after they have a sledding accident and eventually declaring his love for her, which admittedly she does reject.
Wait,
Sorry. That's my bad.
you can't just kiss a person like that.
I know. I said I was sorry.
You should be.
Even then, he can't leave her alone. The scene where he comes in for a drink when Brett arrives would be awkward if anyone could act well. And if we hadn't already been subjected to a ton of awkward scenes that weren't even meant to be awkward. Brett's arrival is when the film decides it's time for us to find out that he's now a dick. They make him suddenly uninterested in Isabel's plans and desperate to leave. He is rude to Jamie, which I can't blame him for, and mocks the quaint town. It's totally out of left field, as up to this point, he'd come across as a bit of a caring and interested dude. It's bad writing, because the film now wants you to cheer on Jamie and hope that Isabel will make the right decision at the end of the movie.
So you live up here, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie's family has been so great. They've really been keeping me busy.
Does she? Watch it yourself to find out. I'm not going to spoil that for you, but you already bloody know the answer. Who am I kidding? Of course she does. Leaving Brett at the airport to run back to town and tell Jamie that she loves him. Convincing? Planks of wood have more chemistry than these two do. The final part of the movie is Isabel revealing that the last thing in her bucket list was to kiss someone she loved on Christmas. Pass the fucking sick bucket. This movie is pants. There's very little nice to say. The story is insultingly idiotic. The characters are annoying and very unlikable. The acting goes from bad to horrendously bad. It's a movie that will make you angry watching it. Isabel doesn't deserve to get what she wants. She's so fucking spoiled. At best, and I was saying, at best, it looks very festive. But you never get any time to admire it as Isabel fills the screen and starts yammering on like she's 6 years old. She will do your head in. So there you go. The bar was set high with a very nutty Christmas and then dragged to the ground with Christmas list. Hey, maybe the next one will get it right in the middle. I've seen it already. I've written the notes. Can tell you now, it ain't going to get any better. If you've seen this movie, if you've got any thoughts, and if you like it, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl as well as Big Cartel where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?